Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be going over the Cosmic Crusader origin, which I made in request of the Discord user SMOG. Now, I don't want like 20 plus people to DM me on Discord asking me to make their origin. So in the description below, I'll leave a method on how you can get your origin made by me if you really want one. And yeah, this origin is made for the latest version of Minecraft, being 1.17.1, and does not require any additional mods other than the origins mod. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Moving on to first ability, you have Telekinetics. So basically, by pressing a primary key, you're able to push all mobs away from you. Now, this is a pretty simple ability. So what it does is basically it adds backward velocity to the mob, making it go, well, backwards. Now, a big problem with this is that I can only add it to the direction that the mob is looking at and not the direction you are looking at. So the problem with this is that it'll only like push the mob based on where they're looking, so it'll push it based on how like its own backward position. So in my position, this is how I'm gonna go backwards, and that's how the mob is gonna go. So it depends on the direction it's looking. And another thing is that velocity is held down by having contact with any solid block, meaning that sometimes this ability can push mobs very far away, while sometimes it can only push it 2 blocks away. Now this is the same reason why like sprint jumping is faster than normal sprinting. It's just that you have less contact with the ground, allowing velocity to do as much as it can to push you forward. Now this is the same thing when it comes to these types of abilities. So yeah, when it's not, and it does have an ability that makes so that they don't touch the ground, but it depends on how fast that ability works in comparison to the velocity that's pushing them backwards. So I know that's a lot to take in, but it just pushes them backwards. That's the basic of it. And yeah, let's move on. Moving on to our next ability, you have Thrusting Leap, which is pretty self-explanatory. By pressing your secondary key, you're able to perform a leap. Now, I don't want to explain this ability too much, as I said before, it's based on velocity, meaning that the less contact you have on the ground, the further you can actually boost yourself. So when you jump and like activate your secondary key, it'll boost you further than if you just pressed it. So yeah, let's move on. Moving on to the next ability, you have Thinking with Portals. So basically, by pressing your load hotbar activator key, you're able to summon a portal. And by pressing it again, you're able to summon the second portal, which you can teleport to by using the other portal. I mean, it works both ways, so you can use it like that as well. And you can press it again to remove the portal. So now, if you watched my Cosmic Psychic video, which I'm assuming you have, considering that it is a bit of a popular video on my channel, but yeah, it's basically the same ability. And yeah, you also have an ability that makes it so that you deal more damage. I just wanted to cover it as soon as possible because it's pretty simple. As you can see, I did 1 heart of damage with my fist, and if I just summon myself a husk, and this axe does only 9 damage, meaning that technically it should take me 3 hits to kill this like husk with a max charged out attack, like with the cooldown finished and without doing a crit. But I can kill him in just 2 hits, so you can definitely see the difference between this. It basically just makes it easier to deal with mobs and stuff like that. And yeah, let's move on. Moving on to the next ability, you have Adapted Gravity. So basically, you take less fall damage. So if I teleport myself like 5 blocks above me, you'll see that I took basically no fall damage. But I was meant to take 1 heart if I was a normal human. Now, this just effectively reduces the damage you take by 50%, 75% I think. Yeah, 75%, I'm pretty sure. I made this origin a while ago. I don't exactly remember, but it's about 75%. And another thing to mention about the Path of Battle ability is that it increases your reach, so you can reach further with your hand. And you also have a shorter cooldown, as in, like, you can attack faster and stuff like that. And yeah, let's move on to your downsides. Moving on to your next ability, you have Missing Piece, which is pretty self-explanatory. You have 2 less hearts, that's about the basic ability. And you also have the Unwieldy ability, which is basically just the Shulk's ability to not be able to use shields, which I'm not gonna just show because I mean a lot of origins have this. I don't want to waste my time on that. You also have an ability called Unstable, basically meaning that you only can wear diamond and above armor type, so netherite, diamond is fine. Iron iron chest plates and like chainmail and stuff like that, you can't wear them, but you can wear netherite, so that's completely fine. You also have an ability called Unbreakable Bond, where basically you can't naturally regenerate when you're not exposed to the sky. And yeah, let's move on. Moving on to the next ability, you have Homesick. So basically, when you're not exposed to the sky, you gain like slowness and weakness. And you also have an ability called No Light Within the Depths, meaning that you just take damage from water. It's just hydrophobia, but yeah, you just take damage from water. But I think you do have to be submerged in it. I don't know if this does damage to you. Yeah, it does. So yeah, you just take damage from water. And yeah, let's move on. And yeah, guys, that's it for this origin. I think this is a very balanced origin because, I mean, the leap ability isn't that overpowered as it used to be during development because the cooldown used to be like 2 seconds and now it's about 10 seconds. And the creator told me to make it longer because it was just too overpowered. And I do completely agree with that. And yeah, I feel like this is a very PvP based origin. I mean, it doesn't have much to offer in terms of like survival in general. It's just PvP based. So you're gonna have a lot of fun with like origin SMPs or something like that, in which there are a lot of competitive players, as in those who want to just steal your resources and stuff like that. And yeah, this is a very balanced origin in my opinion because it doesn't have a lot of overpowered abilities. The only abilities are just to leap and push others backwards. But I feel like that's not too big of an issue because it doesn't actually deal damage unless the pushed entity, unless they get thrown into the sky, it doesn't deal fall damage and stuff like that. So yeah, I feel like this is a very balanced origin. Also, I'm out of hunger, so I'm just gonna leave this video off for now. Also, I want to try different types of content because other than origins as well. Tell me in the comments what you guys think about that. I'm thinking of something like data pack showcases because I think they're just fun and all that. Because there are multiple data packs that you can, and it's basically an unlimited source of content so that you guys can continue watching and I can upload more. And yeah, tell me in the comments what you guys think about that so that I can start up on it. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye.